Okay, here is a Novation Launchkey 25, brand new. I use this my goal is to use it with Mixcraft. You can't see my screen as well because it's bright. I use Mixcraft 8, and if you're a Mixcraft user, you recognize that screen. I just bought this, and I couldn't find much information on using these two products together. So, out of the box, I wanted to just plug it in and see if it would work. The Launchkey comes with Ableton Live Lite, and it comes with another software product called In Control. I didn't want to install those because sometimes they interfere with Mixcraft. When you put these drivers all together, they break each other. So out of the box, this Novation Launchkey worked. I was able to create a MIDI file. And so that was success number one. Success number two was just mapping buttons and knobs and faders on the Novation so that it would control Mixcraft. And that took minutes. And there's videos on how to do that with other products. Sorry about that blur. But not with Mixcraft. But in Mixcraft, and you can look this up. Sorry about that. I can't get that to focus. But up here on the top part of your screen on Mixcraft, there is a, it's about right here, under where it says sound, under the, I'm sorry, there's a MIDI learn. It's over here on the right. That's where it's at. The MIDI learn button will, if you click on it, it turns a lot of things purple on your screen, and that allows you to map it to the Novation. Okay, so I'm going to unclick that. But I already went through that, and I spent a few more minutes just mapping things. So for example, you can, I got this set for rewind, and then this set for play. Alright, easy enough. Stop, rewind it back. That's my record button. I set this button here up as to an undo, so that when you record something and you messed it up, as I always do, you can just undo it there. And then these are your faders. Okay, so all the faders are mapped to the faders on the screen. And so you can still use your screen. You know, if you're kind of working on things, you can still fade that way. But if you want to, you can also come over here and fade this way. So I'm going to use knob number one, which is out of focus right now. There it comes. Okay, so I'm gonna turn knob number one, but I'll show you on the screen. Look at the fader there. See it going down and going up. And it'll just kind of readjust itself depending on which one you use last. But they work great together. I map this as my master. I can shift to more. It only has 8 knobs, so if you have more than 8 tracks, you can shift up and down. I map those. And there's a lot more you can do. The keyboard, that's a saxophone instrument. It works, I mean, with the different virtual instruments. These also work. Depending on which instrument, they do different notes. You can pitch shift. I'm sorry, you can do an octave shift. Oops. So, most of it just kind of works. You don't have to map everything, but you can map more stuff. And the two products work great together. You don't have to install Ableton, and you don't have to install In Control. I might fool around with those later. I know you can make these keys turn different colors. Right now they just turn red out of the box, and you can do that. I don't know why I would want to do that. I think perhaps you could map the pads to different parts of a drum kit, for example, and then you could color code it, which might be cool, but that's not a priority. So for me, it worked within 20-30 minutes. I had this thing out of the box. It was a MIDI controller generating MIDI files with a virtual instrument, and then using the MIDI learn features in Mixcraft, I was able to map a whole host of other keys to control this thing. Great product and a lot of fun. It doesn't require any technical skills. I didn't have any technical problems, and I was doing musical stuff within minutes. Thanks.